Okay, so here, uh, full disclosure, I have already seen and thought I was recording this one, and then I realized when I went to go stop the recording that I'd never started it. So I've seen this whole game, so I know how it turns out. But what I was saying before was, despite Ghost Ship being here and no village, I still think that Cathedral is the way to go, and it's largely about Minion because Minion can counter that Ghost Ship attack on you, that effect, um, because you only need one minion and then you're drawing up to four again. And just having a bunch of minions is going to be better than the Ghost Ship thing. Ghost Ship, you kind of just need to be playing with a bunch of treasures, and well, anyway, you want to have the Cathedral because well, just thinning down and speeding up so much is just so important. So, uh, given that you're going to do that, I think you're going to want some plus buy card at some point to help add stuff to your deck. And I was thinking it would probably be Merchant Guild, although partially because I've seen the game, the bridge makes a lot of sense. Although I think that's more about it costs four and all your fives you want to spend on minion anyway, more than like bridge is better than Merchant Guild. But yeah, anyway, I think all that makes sense. Jake gets ghost ships up, but his opponent is going to be getting enough silvers to get minions and get minions up. Um, and here, I think if you're going for the ghost ship strategy, this should just be a gold. Is like, um, so there's some discussion about whether Jake's ghost ships help his opponent. And I don't think they do, but they don't hurt the opponent that much because there is this you get to stick back exactly what you want and then you minion into it. Um, whereas, drawing cards is still good even if you can draw some dead. But okay, like compared to maybe even the attack of minion is better than the attack of ghost ship, and then minion also lets you play with other better cards. So like overall, I think minions are much better than ghost ships here. Although, like, would you rather get ghost ship attacked or not? Pretty sure the answer is still not. But anyway, um, but the second ghost ship, like your deck is going to be thin enough that they're going to collide a lot, and so the effect of getting the second ghost ship is pretty muted in comparison to the first, and like the effect of having a gold is a lot of money. The other thing is that Jake starts getting minions here, and I'm pretty sure that minions are worse for. Well, I'm not that sure, but I think minions are worse for his deck than silvers. I mean, I was commenting on that when I thought I was recording this earlier, but I do think the minions are better to get than silvers because, right, the only way that you have any chance against the opponent is to also contest minions. But at the point where you're going for ghost ship and minion, I think you probably should have just gone for minion. But to start with, but okay, maybe given your position that you haven't done that, and you're just trying to make the objective best play, regardless of whether it's consistent or not. At that point, it still may be better to get the minions. Um, and maybe Minion was better than another Ghost Ship or Gold. It probably was. But in any case, I think Jake is way behind because his opponent has 7 minions here. One thing that comes up at a few points in this game is that Jake's opponent, not here so much, but earlier on, was not buying things off the bridge, like not buying a free silver and just getting nothing instead. And I'm pretty sure that's a mistake because you need stuff to trash to your cathedral. Your deck is pretty thin, and the silver can help you get two good things at a turn sometimes. So, like, I think I'd rather have the silver than not, and maybe it slows you down a tiny bit to some extent because the minion deck wants high minion density, but on the flip side, like, you get the extra silver at the end because it's in your deck. So that mitigates that at least to some extent. And then once you get to this point in the game, first of all, I think I would have liked gold over the transmogrify that the opponent just bought. But once you get around to this point in the game, buying uh, what am I trying to say? Oh, well, you've run out of stuff to trash, and so you need more junk stuff to buy. So like, here comes an estate, which I think would be better than a copper, but it's mostly like I want to make sure that I have something to feed to this cathedral. So that is fine, but I would have liked the extra silvers earlier because you know that this situation's always going to come up. Jake should just get a silver here. Um, Yeah, the transmogrify, it does shorten the game for you, I guess, but I think just having the extra gold to be able to buy province more reliably is a little bit better. I mean, the transmogrify kind of works better with the minion plan to some extent because you can play it, it's a non-terminal action, but yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather have the gold, basically, I think. So yeah, Jake's about to resign, which I think is reasonable. Is very far behind. Um, yeah, so that's this game.